New information regarding the weekend arrest of a border militia leader in New Mexico. What new court documents released today indicate about the investigation. The update is on the way, but first, something very similar happened here in the Valley 5 years ago.
Yeah, back then, a Brownsville man allowed a militia group to patrol his property near the border.
Today, Channel 5's John Paul Barajas spoke to that property owner in Brownsville about lessons learned and what, if anything, he plans to do this time around.
Oscar, Christine, for Rusty Monsees, it's all hands on deck. But he says before letting anyone on his property this time, he'll vet them first. Living feet from Mexico, Rusty Monsees sees it all. He says drugs and people are constantly flowing in, so he welcomes all the help, even if they don't have a badge and uniform.
I do have some people that come in, but they are not per se part of any group. They are individuals.
This isn't new for Monsees. Back in 2014, militia groups camped on his land. They called it Camp Lone Star. Not all of those individuals should have been carrying weapons.
Ultimately, right before they got arrested, they fessed up to the fact that they were felons. And I said, pardon my French, what the hell are you doing here?
Arrests like these and a militia member in New Mexico who was arrested just a few days ago are some of the reasons CBP doesn't endorse militia groups. This is what the statement we received from them reads. Interference by civilians in law enforcement matters could have public safety and legal consequences for all parties involved.
Even with Border Patrol saying they don't necessarily want or condone the civilians' help, you'll continue to let them on here?
Absolutely. It's my choice. I own this.
Monsees says he knows to be careful about who he lets on his property now. He doesn't want anyone with a serious criminal record causing a problem.
Because they're dangerous. If they're not dangerous to themselves, they're dangerous to the people around them.
Monsee adds, besides being cautious about militia, he also tries to maintain communications with Border Patrol nearby so they know who's on his property. Monsee also says he expects to see more of the same people from 2014 back in the Valley in the coming months. In the newsroom, John Paul Barajas, Channel 5 News at 10.
So today, the leader of that militia group patrolling New Mexico's southern border appeared in court. He pled not guilty to being a felon in possession of firearms and ammunition. FBI agents and local police arrested Larry Hopkins over the weekend. He's reportedly in charge of a group that we've reported on twice in the past few weeks. They told us they are trying to help out Border Patrol agents by stopping migrants and keeping watch over them until agents arrive. But
the Border Patrol has not reached out to these constitutionalists, if you will, for assistance.
We're not worried about this. We're going to keep fighting because it is a fight.
We also learned the investigation that led to Hopkins' arrest this past weekend took place in late 2017. That's according to court documents. Records indicate FBI agents found a stash of guns inside Hopkins' office in November of 2017. He was already a convicted felon at that time. No word on why it took FBI agents 17 months to make an arrest. Hopkins is expected back in court later this month.